fuck is happening? Ladies, we're here tonight on this show. And tonight we're going to talk about Cam Newton being released by the New England Patriots, and they officially move in with the Mac Jones era, the mac and cheese era. As Cam Newton put it, it has started in New England, as today was the final day to release all your players. And the biggest name on that list tonight was Cam Newton being released by the New England Patriots. He will no longer. They didn't even want him to be a backup. Apparently, according to multiple reports, multiple sources, that Cam Newton, a big part of why he lost his job was the damn virus. He had the virus twice, and he was not vaccinated. So Bill Belichick did not want to go into the season with a guy where you saw what happened last year. They started off good the first few weeks, and then he got the virus. He came back, and he was never the same again. And now he remember he went to he took some time off last week, and he came back, and they told him, you're not vaccinated, so you have to take 5 days off to make sure you don't have the virus. So this guy, I mean, it came to the point where they said, we can't trust this guy because he doesn't have the vaccine, and he's already had twice. He's already had problems with the COVID-19. So that was supposedly, according to a bunch of reports I read about this situation. A lot of it was simply, we can't trust him. He's not vaccinated. He's had problems in the past with COVID. We just can't trust this guy. And they, obviously they also thought he would be a distraction as a backup. Too much of a big name to be a backup. And they had those 5 days while Cam Newton was quarantining to look how the offense looked at joint practices with the New York Football Giants and Mac Jones taking all the snaps, and apparently Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels like what they saw, and that was a huge factor. And I told you guys, I'm like, that might cost them those 5 days. He's like a pendejo quarantining. Mac Jones is going to take full advantage of those days, and that's exactly what happened. He impressed them, and that was good enough for Bill Belichick. And Cam Newton is now without an NFL job, and Mac Jones is now the starting franchise quarterback for the New England Patriots. Ladies and gentlemen, a bunch of players, according to reports, were released tonight. Not so much because they were not talented enough to be on a football team, but because they are not vaccinated. Teams, coaches do not want to go to the situation of last year where you have to play on a Tuesday or on a Wednesday. And also remember, the NFL said, we're not doing that this year. You are forfeiting your game. If you do not have enough players to play in the football game, you are forfeiting your games. And I don't blame the coaches. Jobs are on the line. These guys, if you have to forfeit a game, and because of that game you don't go to the playoffs, the coach can end up losing their job. You go 10 and 7. And because you have to forfeit a game, you could have gone 11 and 6 and make the playoffs in the walk card or something. I don't blame these coaches for using that, as part of the evaluation of who do I want on my team, who do I not want on my team. MLB tonight, Major League Baseball has told John Smoltz, who does not have the vaccine, he's no longer part of their network. People are losing jobs in the NFL and sports because people are tired of fucking this virus. People are trying to kill it. And it's almost like at this point, if you don't have a vaccine, get the pork and beans out. You're not going to go... I mean, I hate to say it, it's a free country. I hate to say it, but a lot of the cuts today were reportedly with, when it was neck and neck, who would I want to keep? This guy or this guy, they kept the guy that was vaccinated. And it sucks, because, it's freedom and whatever, but I don't know. I'm not part of the government. I'm a sports reporter. I'm not part of the U.S. government, or a doctor, whatever. And same thing with John Smoltz. John Smoltz, I'm sure he has a lot of money. I'm sure he was just doing that job on MLB Network as a hobby, but he has lost his job at MLB Network because he does not want to get vaccinated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, Mac Jones, it is the new era of Mac Jones. So we got Tom Brady versus Mac Jones. I forgot what week it is, but they will meet soon in the first few weeks. Tampa Bay versus New England Patriots. Let's see what happens. Mac Jones versus Tom Brady. Belichick, Tom Brady. It's officially, that's the matchup now. Mac Jones is the new starting quarterback for the New England Patriots. Cam Newton. There's rumors about possibly the Texans. But I don't know, man. I talked to a lot of Texans people, and they want to rebuild that puppy. They want to throw back Dave Mills from Stanford, and they want him to lose a bunch of games. They want to tank, and they want to start all over. They're asking, like I said last night, they're asking for 3 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders for Deshaun Watson. They're ready to move on. They're ready to rebuild. I don't think they're interested in Cam Newton services. That's just going to make you mediocre. In this league, you either want to suck ass so you can rebuild the proper way, or you want to be a Super Bowl contender. To me, adding Cam Newton to the Houston Texans is just going to make them mediocre. You're not going to go to a Super Bowl, and you're also not going to have enough picks to rebuild that puppy. So I don't think that's going to happen, but that's a team that's coming up right away, the Houston Texans, as far as a possible landing spot for Cam Newton. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time I'm out like a light, why don't you just holla at your boy?